Welcome back to Central News. This Biosecurity Awareness Month, Waikato Regional Council wants people to realise invasive plant and animal pests are destroying native vegetation and threatening economic production at an alarming rate. CAJA spoke to Biosecurity Officer Darion Embling to find out more.
Tell us what is and what has been going on for Biosecurity Awareness Month.
Well, there's been plenty across the country over this last month. But one of the main things that we've had going on in the Waikato is we hosted the New Zealand Biosecurity Institute training seminar, which was basically highlighting biosecurity in the Waikato, and we had some of the best minds in New Zealand there, which has been pretty good. A bit closer to home though, we had through our website running this quiz. So if you're interested in biosecurity, hop online at our website and check out this quiz.
Tell us a bit more about this seminar. What outcomes came out of that?
Oh, it was really great. Basically, we had this guy, Didimo Dave, and he motivated us to basically get out there and do it and draw up our battle plan and get out there and put the pressure on some of these plants and animals that are invading our country.
Can you explain to us what exactly biosecurity means for the region?
Yeah, basically biosecurity is looking in your own backyard, looking at things that might be different. Yeah, basically looking at your property as a island. So if you're farming, that's making sure you understand what's coming on and off your property, and making sure you look for things that are different.
So it's a lot for residents to know though, and for people in the community to know what to look out for. How can they detect pests or animals that shouldn't be there on their island or on their property?
Yeah, it's looking for things that are different, making sure that when you've got rubbish, gardening rubbish, that you're not dumping it. Being aware of what's in your backyard, like you might be looking at your window one day and notice something's quite different. Well, go out and have a look and see what it is.
And what should they do if they suspect something is different? Is there somewhere to call or a resource to go to? Yep,
check out our website. Our website's got lots of information of what we have in the region. Also, give the council, Waikato Regional Council, a call and we'll be able to help out.
So let's break it down. What biosecurity threats do we face here in the Waikato?
It's constant. But recently we've had a plant called Euphorbia. It's called sea spurge, and that's turned up on the Aotea Harbour. And that's come across from Australia. They believe it's floated across, and that's going to take over our beaches if we're not careful.
So how do you manage this?
Well, we have lots of eyes and ears out there looking for us. The Euphorbia example was a person just out on the beach, happened to see something that was different, linked it back to a visit they'd had in Australia, and then realised it was pretty bad. But for us in the biosecurity group, we get out there hands on and go out and pull these plants out.
Let's talk about some specific pests. Firstly, some everyone knows, that's possums. So what damage do they do, and what are you doing to control this?
Okay, possums. Possums are a constant battle for us, but the main problem with the possum is every night they're chewing their way through our forests, killing our bird life. They're roosting in the trees and the eggs. But on more of a production, economic point of view, they can help spread TB, which is something we don't want. And for controlling them, well, we've got quite a large, widespread possum control program that we link in with farmers, Animal Health Board, and Department of Conservation to try and keep this pest at bay.
What's the long-term risk for the region if possums keep going on like they are, keep spreading TB and roosting in these forests? What's the damage that we could be looking at in the future? Well,
one of the key goals with possum control is healthy ecosystem. The risk we have is ultimately extinction. Some animals, our native animals, don't like the possums, and the possums are very hard on them, and so the chances are that our native organisms will go extinct.
How can people help? How can they stop this? If you're just an everyday person who doesn't want to face the extinction of one of our native species, what can we do to prevent these possums?
You're able to get traps and different tools from your local hardware stores. Maybe get them out and do some of your own control. Also, just continue supporting the council in the work that they do.
And now I understand another major pest is alligator weed.
Yep.
What is it and what does it do?
Well, alligator weed is a pest plant that came in, I think it was back in 1901, up in Dargaville, in ballast soil. So they dumped the ballast soil in the harbour when the ships arrived, and it has spread over the last 100 years down to the Waikato. It's an aquatic pest as well as a terrestrial pest. So for the Waikato, alligator weed is a massive problem within our pastures and the dairy industry. And yeah, we don't want it, we can't kill it. It's toxic to stock, but the stock like it. So it's a bit of a disaster, and that's one we spend a lot of time on trying to manage.
Sounds like a danger zone there every way you look at it.
Yep, for sure.
And now, what are the Waikato Regional Council's top goals when it comes to managing biosecurity in our region?
Yep, well, our main goals are a productive economic region, so protecting that, healthy ecosystems, healthy catchments, and the way we actually do that on the ground is we're out there protecting the gains we've already made with possum control and dealing with alligator weed.
Lastly, if people take away just one thing from the Awareness Month, what would you like them to learn?
Biosecurity affects all of us, but we need everybody to be out there doing their thing and spotting things, looking for things.
To test how much you know, win prizes and find out more about the Awareness Month, visit waikatoregion.gov.nz. Well, that's it for today and for another week on Central News. Now we are online and we really want our viewers to be involved, so like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Leave us a comment, or you can also email us via the website or direct. Thanks for joining us this week. Kate and I will be back next week with more guests from in and around the region. I'm Katrina McKinley. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.